Come here, boy. Come see me. Hi, Cheeks. Hi. Good morning, Droop. Good boy. Good morning. Good morning. You've been rubbing up against that burnt stump, haven't you? Hey, Stallone, what are you doing in there with them goats? Huh? The hen down here, probably sitting on an egg. Or getting ready to lay an egg. Stella, what are you doing there? You leaving me an egg? And we've also got our, she's a Siamese or something. I don't know much about cats, but anyways, that's Dragon up there just lounging around being lazy this morning. Dragon, what are you doing, kitty? Hi there, Stella. You been over here? Hey, Leia, no. Oh, Leia, did you get it? Leia got my egg. She got my egg. Did you get it? You enjoy that egg, huh? Yeah, you got it. You got Stella's fresh egg, didn't you? Huh. So we got the tank over there full, guys, in the truck today. We're transferring water still from town a little bit here. We're catching a little with the rain, which is good. We're starting to catch more and more, and as we get into fall, hopefully we'll have to get less and less from town, so that'll be good. I mainly wanted to take a trip. We were actually pretty topped off, but I wanted to take a trip so we could get the washing machine set up today and running and do some loads that way. And I didn't really know what I was in for usage on that thing, so we'll see. I wanted to make sure I had plenty. Hi there, Mary. Hi there, Christy. You guys got your leash in there. How'd you guys manage to do that, huh?
She's like crawling.
5 eggs today, this morning. Alright. So far. Is one of them in there broody again? How'd these get so messy? Who's in there broody?
I don't know, it's not Stella anymore.
So Liz getting close to having puppies, and we've been giving her a little bit of extra calories through goat's milk and leftovers. Leia, we've always had issues with her being really lean, and she's pretty lean still right now, being so far along. So we're just making sure she has plenty for her milk that's gonna come in and stuff like that soon. So she really likes the goat's milk. So we got the washing machine hooked up. He's pretty happy about that. Hi, Flower. Come here. Come here, Flower. What are you doing, huh? What are you doing there, huh? Hi, Flower. Hi. You gonna come over here? Oh, you think you're gonna be tough, huh? Come here. Come here. Come over here and say hi to me. Come over here and say hi to me. Would ya? I see you, Cheeks. You worry about your own calf. This isn't yours to worry. Hey, this isn't yours to worry about. This isn't your calf to worry about. Why are you over here worrying about? Look at now. I want to touch Indy. No? Hi, Indy. Hi, Indy. All right, all right. What do you think there, huh? Oh, you think so? Howard and Daisy are a bit bummed out because they can't free range right now. So they're letting me have it a little bit. Well, we're leaving today. I don't want you guys out. Hey guys. So I'm just out here watering the stock, doing the evening chore. And if you can see over there, we've got the Honda transfer pump working. I've got that 405 gallon water tank in the back of the truck, and that's how we're hauling some water up the hill. We are not currently fully self-sufficient out here, guys. We're trying to get that way slowly to where we will be, but we don't have a well out here. So currently we are catching rain, but we've been in the driest part of the year. So we're hoping to soon start catching a lot more water, and then we can hopefully see our holding tanks start to fill up. Right now we've got the 1,500 gallon up there by the cabin. We've got another 1,000 gallon that I'm getting ready to tie into that one. And depending on where our overflow goes with catching this fall rain, we might add another 2,500 gallon tank. But I got to see what we're catching first and see if it's worth investing in that now or wait until the spring. If we're not catching enough this fall to fill all 3 of them up, then we'll just wait till the spring. I do have hopes. A friend of mine is hopefully going to come out here. I need to go and do a little bit of site searching, but we're going to try and dig a shallow well and see if we can also hold some water there and be able to get some extra water that way. So doing every little thing we can. Right now we just really doing everything debt free. And paying with cash where we go. It's kind of not an expense we can expend right now for the well. So we feel very fortunate that we're able to haul from town water for free. Well, except for our gas expense, but the water in town is free, which is awesome. We're very blessed in that regard. So we're making use of that while we can, and hopefully very, very soon we'll be much more self-sufficient in that regard. I hate to be out here and trying to be more self-sufficient, and the one thing that I should be self-sufficient in, which is water, the most important thing, I'm not. So that's a disappointment for me, and I hope to work past that through this rest of this year, and then after winter into next spring. So all right guys, so you can see here we've got the water from the tank down in the truck, the 400 gallon transferring into our 1,500 gallon here, and this is our main cistern right now. And this one here is currently holding about 1,000 gallons. So you can see we've got plenty of water, but right now what I'm trying to do is actually stockpile the water for winter. One of the problems with being not being self-sufficient and having to haul water is at some point here in North Idaho we're going to get to freeze, and when we get to freeze, that spigot where we fill will get shut off, and we won't be able to haul from town anymore until spring again. So when that happens, we need to be able to hold our water on site here, otherwise we're going to be in for a long winter. So another issue we're going to run into is how do we stop these tanks from freezing. So this year I think what we've decided is we're going to actually insulate the tanks that we end up linking together. Again, we're waiting to see what kind of rainfall we get. When this actually starts to overflow, we'll tap into the second 1,000 gallon. When that system's full, then we might get another 2,500 gallon. But that aside, what we're going to do with what we are holding is we're going to insulate with straw. So the idea is we're going to make a barrier wall here with probably likely what we're going to use is stock panels. And we'll wrap those around the tank with about 2 feet of clearance all the way around. And then what we're going to do is we're going to smash down, really pack down in there hay. We're going to pack it full of hay, and then we're going to cover the top with about 2 foot of hay as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cover the entire thing with black plastic to get some of the solar radiant on there, and hopefully we'll have enough thermal mass by doing that we won't freeze. I also have plans to possibly run a heater in the tank. Each time we run the generator, just have that in there, and when we need to run the generator for the day, that'll kick on and add a little extra. I don't know how much it'll help, how much it won't. If you know more about the heaters, let me know in the comments, but keep in mind we do have just a very small solar system and battery system, so during the winter most of our usage, what we generate for power is through the generator. So we charge the batteries with the generator. We just don't generate enough in the winter time with our panel up there to be sufficient in that regard. That's another thing that we plan to expand in the coming years, but for right now it is what it is. So it actually works well for us in the summertime. It's just the winter months we just don't see a lot of sunlight. So my understanding is a lot of people, even with a lot of panels, run into issues where they run a generator anyways. You just kind of need it. So anyways, on to this. We're hoping we won't freeze. We're hoping we'll be able to insulate it well enough to where we'll be able to have fresh water. I'm also planning on doing some sort of skirting around the cabin. Last winter we ran into some issues with our sewer pipes that go to the septic freezing. Now that was numerous issues. One, we didn't have hot water here. We didn't have actual running water, so our usage was small enough to where it was coming up and it was kind of pooling and building up a dam that over time built bigger and bigger because there was not enough flow to take it all the way down into the septic. So hopefully a lot of that will correct now that we use a lot more water. I mean, we've got the washing machine hooked up, we've got the sinks hooked up, we're flushing toilet now. So hopefully that issue will be solved, but we're also not going to take any chances. So we'll put some skirting up, and that should help us keep it a lot more insulated down there. We shouldn't get the freezing winds that come underneath and whip down there, and it should help insulate it a lot better, maybe prevent it from freezing. So regardless, we probably will have to do some winterization out here, guys, during the freezing months. My understanding is my neighbors, talking to my neighbors who have been out here a long time and have more proper systems than we have set up. They've got their systems kind of fine-tuned for their needs. Even then, they end up winterizing a little bit for 2-3 weeks. And we get really cold, kind of below normal cold for those 3 weeks, and then we come back up into normal temperatures. So probably for those 3 weeks we might do a little bit of winterization just to be sure that we don't have any major issues pop up during those 3 weeks that make our lives more miserable when we're outside of that kind of time frame period. So we'll see how it goes. at least this winter, hopefully we'll be able to maintain the road a little bit better. Hopefully we'll be able to actually drive out and up to the cabin, as opposed to last year. I don't know if you guys saw our videos, but if you're a new subscriber, make sure you go check out some of our older videos from last winter. We were actually hauling in all of our water in carryable containers on a gear sled, and we were pulling it in by foot. So it was a really cool winter. I enjoyed it a lot, actually. I'm not so sure Lisa and the girls enjoyed it as much as I did, but it was an adventure for sure. So make sure you guys go check out some of those older videos if you haven't, if you're a new subscriber. This winter, hopefully it'll be a lot easier. Come here, Leia. So Leia still hasn't had puppies yet, but she's getting a lot bigger, aren't you, girl? Any day now, I think. Unfortunately, like a dummy, I wrote it down dates, but I didn't really write it in a place where I would save it. So anyways, we're not sure of the exact date. But we do know she's getting very, very close. So